Hey everyone, just a quick project video here about this LED rock light that's in the back of my truck in the bed. A lot of times I've got the tonneau cover on it and the light on the back of the cab just ain't gonna reach into the bed. Impossible. So decided to put a LED light back here tied into I can plug it into that. You'll see that in a second. It's green LED, not red. Red gives bleaches the light receptors in the back of your eye the least. But green gives you better, I think, visual acuity. Things don't look as blurry as they would under red. And also green does not kind of distort colors like red would if, like say you're reading a map, for example. So I decided to try green and it's okay. So let's talk about the setup here. We're going to talk about the RAM mount. We're going to talk a little bit about the bending the bracket and a little piece I bought off of Amazon, part of the RAM mount to make it all work. All right, everyone, just real quick before I pull this down to show you more of the details. It's kind of hard doing this leaning over the tailgate. So this is a little bit closer look of the RAM mount. We'll talk more about this in a second when I pull it off. This plate here with the MOLLE webbing, it's steel, powder coated steel made by Built-Right Industries. They make a lot of aftermarket stuff for Ford trucks. And I was going to install a switch for this, but I like to avoid claptrap. That's just as easy, and I can find it in the dark. Mostly because the power pole is only going one way. Yeah, so I can get my finger for a frame of reference, and a few wiggles and it kind of goes right in. And I'll show you this at night what it looks like too. So let me pull this down and I'll go over it a little bit more. I took the RAM mount off except for the base, and that's what it looks like. I think it's a 1-inch ball mount. Here are the other pieces. RAM makes long and short versions. I think this is the short. I also think it's the cheap one. The long one, I think, I can't remember, but I think it's a lot more expensive for the long one. And I just really needed to get it away from the side of the bed a little bit. And so this works. So this kind of clamps onto those balls. Here's the other ball. I was trying to figure out like how to get this light mounted on a RAM mount. I mean, they have different end attachments. They got them for cell phones, tablets, you name it, they got it. But I was like trying to figure out how to mount this, and then I said, hey, maybe I can make an aluminum bracket. After I saw this on Amazon, I said, hey, yeah, maybe I can make a bracket, a 90-degree bracket that will attach to the this ball on one end, and then mount the light on the other end. And that's what I did. And this was pretty simple to make if you've got easy access to scrap aluminum, which I do. There's a place near where I live that's got plenty of it. They sell it to me for pretty cheap. So this wire just pokes out through the back. I put a rubber grommet in the aluminum so it doesn't chafe on the wire and cut it, but I forget the name brand of this light. I'll link to it in the description. Got it off of Amazon. This insulation is super tough. It's like nearly impossible to cut which made it difficult to install the Powerpole. You can use a chop saw or like aviation tin snips to cut this. I used a shear, big shear like that you'd find in a shop, and a brake that you'd find in a shop. But you could do this in a bench vise or with a small handbrake. Small handbrake is just looks like a pair of vice grips with 2 plates on it, and kind of like a vise would be. I've got the green light on. I've got my white headlamp on, and just so you can see, colors. I've got an old map, one of the local parks in the area. You can kind of see the colors. So let me turn the headlamp off. So that's what the back of the bed looks like. You can still read the print there, and yeah, the map's still readable. So night vision. So the human eye is actually most sensitive to light levels, not color. So the best way to protect your night vision is not use red light or green light or whatever color light. It's actually to use the least amount of light. So like my headlamp here can actually go down to something like, I don't know, 1 lumen or half a lumen, or maybe even less. It's like really, really dim, but once your eyes are night adjusted, it actually looks kind of bright. Red light is the color that bleaches your your light receptors the least, but I think I said before that it can give you less clarity in what you're looking at. Green gives you more clarity, and it impacts your ability to interpret colors the least. So, just remember that. Use the least amount of light regardless of color, and if you're looking to do something in fine detail like read a map, green's probably your best bet. All right, see you guys.